Hello there, fellow adventurers. We are creating a Dungeons and Dragons character with the new Player's Handbook. This is the 2024 ruling 5.5, whatever you want to call it. And we are on step 3, which is actually video 4, because step 2 had 2 different parts. But anyway, we are determining ability scores. This is the part of character creation that everyone loves because we get to roll dice. Or do we? Well, there's actually 3 different ways. There are more, but there are 3 ways that are described in the book. And the second one is rolling dice. The first one is actually called a standard array, and there used to be one standard array that you could rearrange, and you can still do that. However, this book has made it easier. And it has the standard array, the optimal standard array according to their recommendations based upon class. So that is pretty cool. So we are going to play a rogue. So for us, we would have a 12 strength, a 15 dex, 13 con, 14 wisdom, 14 intelligence, wisdom of 10, and a charisma of 8. That is what they're saying. However, that is not the way I want this character to play. I have taken proficiencies in several of the charisma stats, and I am going to cast the one cantrip I have using charisma because I'm allowed to do that. You saw that in the last video. So charisma is going to be my second trait. I'm going to go basically dexterity, charisma, constitution, wisdom, intelligence, and strength. I think in that order. So I think my dump stat is going to be strength. That means my 8, and then the rest are going to be, in the order that I said, in descending order. So actually, mine is going to look a little bit more like, nope, there is no equivalent here, but that's okay. But that's what I'm going to do. And then remember, based upon our species being an elf, is that what it was? Or was it charlatan? No, based on our background as a charlatan, we can distribute 3 points in dexterity, charisma, or constitution, and we're not allowed to put 3 in one, but we're allowed to put 1 in each, or 2 in one and 1 in the other. So remember that as well when we do our stats. So that's the standard array based on it by class, or you can just take the standard array here and put it in any of your abilities: 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8. Now, the other way to do it, the classic way to do it, well, sort of classic. The classic way to do it was to roll 3d6 and to add them up. The new way to do it is add 4 and then take the lowest one and see how that worked out anyway. And then you add the 3 highest. So you would do that 6 times, taking away the lowest, taking away one of the lowest. And it works out to be pretty close. So like that's, a 12. Am I going to get a 15 here? Not that one. That's a 9. That's a 12. That's not good. That's a 9. See, I would have rolled a low stat character here. That is a 13. We didn't really get any high ones here. So that's a 12. So, so that's what the standard array helps you with, is if you start rolling less below average or really abysmally, then, you don't get penalized. Or you can do a point cost. And point cost is you have 27 points to spend on your ability scores. And they each cost something like this. So there's no cost for getting an 8. But as you go up to a 15, it costs 9 points. So you can only do that 3 times, because 3 times 9 is 27, right? So what you could do here is you could min-max. So what I'm saying is you could put 8 in 3 scores and 15 in 3 scores. And that's min-maxing. And that might be a fun way to go, actually. But I think I need some wisdom. I really don't need intelligence or strength. So I might do the point buy. Kind of want wisdom though. I don't want to be one of those guys that gets just like bowled over by like spells, you know. Although I do have resistance to charm and sleep. I have immunity to sleep. I have advantage to resist charm. So that's interesting. All right, let's see. How are we going to do this? I think I am going to do what's closest to the way I built my character, which was min-max. So let's see. Start with 15, 15, 15. Let's do that. We're going to take the pencil here. We're going to go 15. So put it under score, right? 15, 15. And then here we're going to go 8, 8, and 8. And then we could go 16, 16, 16, or we could go 17, 16, and leave 15 here. And that might be the way to go, but here's the thing, right? So if you look at the ability score modifiers, this is kind of important. You're really only getting the benefit of a modifier with the number is even. You see what I'm saying here? Okay, here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the difference between 15 and 16 is adding another point on a die roll. So if somebody says, okay, roll a D20, and you roll like I don't have my D20 here, but you roll like a 16, or a 14, but you need a 15 to pass the check. Having a 11, you're not going to pass. But if you have a 12 in that score, you're going to get a +1 modifier. You're going to get the 15, right? See what I'm saying? So having any of these numbers end up being odd at first only just sets you up for when you're going to advance in that level again. You see what I'm saying? So right now, I think making all of these 16 would be like the meta gaming way to do it, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make each one of these 16, and then I will have a +3 in each of these, right? And then I will have in the 8s, I will have a -1 in each of these. And that's called min-maxing. So I'm min-maxing this character. I'm maximizing the scores that I want, and I'm minimizing the scores that I don't. If that makes sense, let me know in the comments below. If it doesn't make sense, I totally get it. I understand. I will try to explain better in another video, perhaps. All right, so that is step 3. Also, I get to describe my appearance and my personality, okay? So based on this, see, here it says, ability scores are an essential part of the rules, but they can be more than that. Once you've assigned your ability scores, now you can give some thought to what those scores might say about your character's appearance and personality. A very strong character with low charisma might look and behave differently from a charismatic character with low strength, which is what we are. The following tables of descriptive words give suggestions on how you might describe your character based on ability. So for us, we have low strength. We could be weak, self-conscious, indirect. We have high dexterity. We're lithe, dynamic, poised, right? This is an idea. These are really interesting but they're very basic. So for me, like a high charisma, high constitution, high dexterity character, that to me is like Inigo Montoya, you know? Not terribly smart or wise or strong, but definitely very coordinated, very charismatic, and very, high constitution. Actually, it's more like Westley from The Princess Bride, right? Because he's more of a, he has the constitution because he was able to like resist the poison. Anyway, I think we've done enough for this video, so we'll go on to step 4 in the next one. And thank you all for subscribing. We're almost up to 14,000 subscribers. I appreciate you out there. I will answer any questions in the comments that I can. I teach D&D to kids, and I try to teach new players, and I hope this is helpful for you. If it is, let me know, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.